My second video on the REDGARD application, which I wasn't going to make a second video, but I left some points out last night that I didn't touch on, which was starting with the basics. I have a shower basin. Where do you start at first? You start with your shower basin, and I have a Kohler. I've got it well protected with painter's tape, foam board, and a layer of sheetrock on it right now. But this is a cast iron Kohler shower basin that I got a few years ago when I started this bathroom thing. This is a pay-as-I-go project, my home. Time and money dictate when I can do it, and both of them don't always go together. So here I am a couple years later, finally getting around to putting REDGARD on the tile board that I had. But I do have the floor done. I have my sink trimmed out, my toilet trimmed out, waiting to swing a cut, got all my trim put in. Anyway, really close to a C of O. But back to this REDGARD thing. Shower basin first. Reason why I opted for a cast iron Kohler shower basin, because there is absolutely no shortage of videos on shower pans gone wrong. Whether it's professionally installed or not, but they always, well, they don't always. They have a tendency to fail. So a cast iron basin is very much like a sink with some plumber's putty, and I think the cast iron one, I think this one has a rubber gasket on it, Kohler. I can't remember now. It's been a couple years since I set it, but it's roll in, drop it on the PVC, tighten the nut down, and you are done with that. Pretty bulletproof. The tile board drops down over the lips that turn up. The lips of the cast iron pan turn up behind it, and the tile board goes down a little bit. And then I have fiberglass inside corners, outside corners. Every corner's been fiberglass. The tape has been tucked with a putty knife and then brushed again, so it leaves a very crisp inside corner. They make cloth for that. I don't know, fiberglass I think is what they recommended when I first installed this, so that's what I did it with, the REDGARD. Anyway, read your directions, wear gloves. It takes, see that little piece right there, that'll come off pretty easy. I took hot water and a rag, and it probably took me 10 minutes to get the garbage off your hand. Plus it says it causes cancer in California, like everything does, bananas, oranges, whatever the case may be. But Proposition 65, I don't always do like I should with regards to safety. If you watch my other video, I'm standing on a bucket, which is a no-no, but I've got 36 plus years of standing on buckets and never getting hurt, so I'm fine with it. 2 coats already on this red that you see that has dried. I coated it heavy last night and brushed it down twice after, and not a heavy coat, don't get me wrong on that. It's a thin coat, but I brushed it on twice. I coated it heavy to stick the fiberglass in it, and then I brushed it clean. So it's not really a thick coat. You don't want to do that because it'll shrink and crack a little bit. So light, and just get all the little, if you're using fiberglass, get all the little holes filled up so you're not seeing any raw product through it. That's the whole point of this thing. Seal that board completely. But I have felt paper behind this cementitious backer board, and then again lap, just like you would do on roofing, again and again, 3 rows of it, because I have 8'6" ceiling, and should be pretty bulletproof. Only weak link for water infiltration or escape from the shower would be through the door when I step out, or through the valve body and mixing valves, valve body, mixing valve, nipple, and once I set the tile, I'll run a bead of silicone around that. Plus they typically have little gaskets that go behind them, so it'll be like a double duty. There should be no water getting in between the wall and this at all. So this is what I've done today. I have coated everything in the field for the first time, and have gone over the niche for a second time, and the window I've wrapped up. I shouldn't get any water up there. I'm not like throwing buckets of water up in there when I take a shower. So I'm only 6 foot tall and 6'2" with my boots on. So without my boots, I'll be I won't even be able to see them. I'll be like right here. The window's up here. I shouldn't get a whole lot of splatter. And I've pitched this, if you can see it. Let me get a horizontal shot. You can see I've probably got about a 1/4 inch pitch to the window. So any water, steam, or whatever that gets up there will roll out. And as well, when I do this niche, I will do the same thing on the sill or the stool, whatever you want to call it, of this portion right here. I'll probably put maybe a 1/16 of an inch pitch on it, because if I set bar of soap up there, everything's going to slide off there if I pitch too much. So I want it not tilted back, but not perfectly level, just a millimeter of pitch on that thing, so water will run out of it and not sit in there all the time. Water has a funny way of finding pinholes and working their way in the walls, so you don't want to have anything to where it will stand water when you're done. Anyway, that is it. Once this is all done, I can start sticking tile. But wear gloves, follow the rules of safety, and don't do like Earl does. Wear gloves, open the window, unless it's like here, 11 degrees below zero outside, then you can leave the window shut and turn your exhaust fan on. And that's about there all is to it. It's super easy stuff, pretty easy. Just stick your hands in it, protect the area around you, put cardboard down, whatever the case may be, and you'll be fine. Stuff's super easy. You just follow directions. Go to REDGARD on their site, and it'll tell you how to install this properly and what you need to do to get it right. And when you take shortcuts, that's usually when you start making mistakes. Take your time, do it right. Keep it tight. Don't leave a lot of excess, because this stuff it dries up hard, and you'll be shaving it with a razor if you got big chunks in your way, and your tile will not lay flat like you want it to. You don't want one little bump here and there to interfere with your tile install later on. So keep it clean and flat and sharp, and you should have no problem installing tile. Later.